In December 1979, the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan, a move that sent shockwaves through Washington. From the American perspective, this was a bold and aggressive expansion of Soviet influence, bringing Moscow's forces dangerously close to the vital oil routes of the Persian Gulf. President Jimmy Carter called it the most serious threat to peace since the Second World War. The United States needed a way to counter the Soviets, and once again, Pakistan's geography made it the indispensable partner. Pakistan, now under the military rule of General Zia-ul-Haq, shared a long and porous border with Afghanistan. This made it the perfect conduit for a covert war against the Soviet occupation. The US strategy was to arm and fund the Afghan resistance fighters, known as the Mujahedin, to bleed the Soviet army dry. Pakistan would serve as the frontline state, the base of operations where weapons could be delivered, fighters could be trained, and strategy could be coordinated. General Zia saw this as a golden opportunity to restore his country's strategic importance and secure a massive influx of American aid. A new, deeper partnership was quickly forged. The United States, working closely with Saudi Arabia and Pakistan's Inter-Services Intelligence Agency, launched one of the largest covert operations in its history. Billions of dollars in cash and advanced weaponry flowed into Pakistan. This aid was used to support the Afghan Mujahedin, but it also significantly strengthened the Pakistani military and propped up General Zia's regime. The previous American concerns about Pakistan's human rights record and its burgeoning nuclear program were quietly set aside. The immediate priority was to defeat the Soviets in Afghanistan, and Pakistan was the key to achieving that goal. This decade-long collaboration was immensely successful from a strategic standpoint. The relentless guerrilla war waged by the Mujahideen, armed with US-supplied weapons like the Stinger anti-aircraft missile, turned Afghanistan into the Soviet Union's own Vietnam. The Red Army eventually withdrew in defeat in 1989, a humiliation that contributed to the eventual collapse of the Soviet Union itself. However, this victory came at a high price. The massive infusion of weapons and the promotion of a radical Islamist ideology to fight the Soviets had long-term consequences, destabilizing the region and helping to create the very militant groups that would later haunt both Pakistan and the United States. The end of the Soviet-Afghan War in 1989 brought an abrupt change to the US-Pakistan relationship.